Alright, welcome back. Today's gonna be another story time. And we're gonna go to the time I was actually held up at knife point. Yeah, shit got real quick, didn't it? Now, before you get all crazy ideas, no, it wasn't some crazy knife fight, some bunch of gangsters. Nah, I just got held up at fucking knife point. So, that day, I was working. At the time, I was working at McDonald's, actually. And the area I lived in was sketchy, to say the least. Now, my work was literally like a 5-minute walk from my house. So it was super close. It was great. That's why I liked living there, other than the fact that it was sketchy as shit. Now, so I'm just getting off work and I'm of course walking home. And as I'm walking up the sidewalk, barely like at the entrance to the I don't even know what you call it. Like just before the entrance to the parking lot of the, I want to say townhouses I was living at. I don't know what you really call them, but yeah, it was right in front of that. 3 dudes walk up to me, probably about the same age, whatever. And the middle one gets up real close and he just holds a knife to my chest. Now, I'm not talking like a motherfucking Bowie knife. No, it was like straight up. I want to say it was like a kitchen steak knife. Shit was a joke. But holds it right to my chest. And the first thing I thought, and I know a lot of people when they see a knife and all that shit and they're being held up, they panic and they start saying, oh no, please don't. But I think I'm just the kind of person where I find humor in all the wrong places. Because the first thing I said was, well, this is happening. I don't know if they heard me. I'm hoping they didn't because I don't know. I thought it was stupid. But yeah, no. So the one guy gets real close, holds the knife up, is like, yo, you got anything on you? And of course, being I worked at McDonald's, of course I did. Now I had at the time I actually had my rent money in my back pocket, and the other two were doing their own part in this little whatever it was, little hold up. But I had like probably about $500 in my back pocket. No, as soon as he asked like, yo, you got anything on you? I'm like, no man, I don't got anything. And as he's holding the knife, the other dude is kind of keeping an eye out. Wasn't doing a great job. Like, I saw some people in windows kind of looking out, whatever. Nothing big. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. So, as he's watching out, the other dude on the left starts, like, patting my shit up. Like, he started with my front pocket because I was wearing a dress shirt and I think I had my smokes in there. He grabbed that out and I'm like, all right, well, if you needed a smoke, I could have just asked. I would have given it to you, but again, didn't say this out loud because I didn't want to get stabbed, especially not by that. God knows, I probably would have gotten tetanus at the worst. So he grabs that out, goes for my front left pocket, and that's where I keep my phone. That's always where I keep my phone. I think I had some change in my right pocket and a lighter or whatever. But he pulls out my phone. At the time, I can't remember what the hell it was, but it was a really shit phone, like prepaid, just old phone. I didn't even care. I was just like, hey man, like I need that for work, you know. It's not really worth anything, because it really wasn't. He's like, all right, and just gives it back. I'm like, okay, well, you guys are really dumb. And the other one, you know, grabs my lighter, and I think it was like $4 and change. Like, it was pretty funny. He's like, you got any other money on you? And like, to this day, I remember exactly what I told him. I was like, nah man, I work at McDonald's, I just got off shift, like, I have no money, like, I could probably head over to an ATM and pull out whatever I might have, I think it's like maybe $60, but I'm working at a shit job. And of course, he didn't really press on for that. Like, now thinking about it, I shouldn't have said about the ATM part, because then it would have, you know, meant that I had a card on me, but they didn't get that far into thought process, so whatever. Praise to the idiots. Now, of course, you know, they're kind of like still holding me up and all this shit. And the dude asks, he's like, yo, you're gonna like rat us out? You know, you're gonna tell anybody? Like, you're gonna be a snitch? And all I can think of was like, nah, man, you guys are dumb as shit. I was like, no, man, like, don't worry about it. Like, not a big deal. Like, it's whatever. Just kind of shrugged it off. The funniest part to this story is when they started to walk away. Now, me, I'm thinking to myself, fuck, man, I'm gonna really need a smoke after that. That shit was stupid. So I turned around and I actually walked back up to these idiots. And I'm like, hey, did like one of you grab my lighter? I kind of need to have a smoke after. And the dude reaches in his pocket and just hands me the lighter. Just kind of shrugs and walks away. I'm like, bro, what? Like, shit, you're not stupidest fucking robbers I have ever met. Like, so dumb. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, man. And, you know, I just walk home. Get inside and my roommate's there and he's like, hey, man, how's work? I'm like, oh, you know, just got held up by a knife point. Of course, he just is like, wait, what? He's ready to like go stomp a motherfucker, and I'm just like, man, don't even worry about it. They're stupid. Like, they straight up just took a pack of smokes and just kind of walked away. I probably would have given them one if they'd asked. I ran him through the story of like exactly what happened, and he just starts laughing. Like, he still wants to go kick the crap out of these idiots, but I mean, three 3 against 1, and they got, I guess what you'd call a knife. I wouldn't have recommended it. But yeah, so that was how I got held up at knife point. I doubt these guys will ever see this video. If they do, 1, get a better look out because the dude was useless. 2, if you're gonna aim a knife at someone, don't aim it right at their fucking chest like that. Shit, you'll hit a rib. Nothing will happen. Go for the soft spots. Damn. Telling robbers how to do their job. God damn it. But no, seriously, it's just like, one thing I learned from that is when it comes to situations like that, don't panic. Just think clearly. Think, you know, depending on the person, you could probably get away with just talking your way out of it. Like, people are really dumb. Like, I've gotten out of a lot of situations just by either pretending to be their friend and just, you know, what's up, man? Like, long time no see. And they typically fall for it, which is funny. But yeah, no, like, I honestly was never phased by what happened. I still tell the story to everyone because it's fucking hilarious. Like, I mean, it could have gone bad. It could have gone really south really quickly, but I mean, thankfully it didn't, and your boy's still here. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this quick little story, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.